let us do some numericals based on index numbers. Okay, the first question, it's already written over there. Using 1995 as the base year, the index number IN, okay, IN, the index number for price of a commodity in 1996 and 1997 are 118 and 125. Calculate the IN, that is calculate the index number for 1995 and 1997 if 1996 is taken as the base year. I hope you have read the question carefully. When 1995 is the base year, the index number for a commodity is, now notice one thing here, you have a single commodity. Yes, you don't have a group of commodities, they are saying a commodity. So we are concerned with actually price related. Index number of a single commodity is also termed as price related. So what is given and what do we have to find? Let us find. Let us write it. Okay. So it's given that from the first sentence, given, I hope you can see, yes, given index number for 1996 with respect to 1995, it is given as 118. This means what? This means, can I write it that side? No, I'm not going to. This means, according to the definition, price in 90, PC by P0 into 100, isn't it? This is your current year, this is your past year, that is your base year. So P, I'll denote it by P96. Okay, PC, I will write P96 by price in 1995 into 100 is supposed to be 118. In other words, I can write P96 by P95 as 118 by 100. Okay, so keeping that as it is for the time being, I can label it as equation number 1. This is the first result. What else is given? It is given that index number for also index number for 1997 with 1995. 1997 with respect to 1995 is given as 125. So this means price in the current year 97 by price in the base year 95 into 100 is supposed to be 125. In other words, I can make P97 and P95 as the subject and write it as 125 by 100. You can simplify it further by dividing by 5. There also you can simplify further by dividing by 2. I will not do that. Okay. Why I will not do that, you will come to understand later. Anyway, so they are saying calculate the index number for 1995. Okay. What do we have to find? Let's write it at the side. To find, we have to find subpart 1 index number for 1995 with respect to, what is the base year now? 1996. Yes, with respect to, with respect to 1996. And the second one we have to find is index number for, calculate the index number for 1995 if 1996 is taken as the base year, and also calculate the index number for, I'll write this after this, 1997 taking 1996 as base year, that is with respect to 1996. This is what I have to find. So what do I need basically? In order to find the first subpart, index number for 1995 with respect to 1996 according to the definition will be equal to price in 95, because now this is your current year and this is your base year. The one which you're dealing with at present is your current year, and the past with respect to which you are comparing, even though 1996 comes after 1995, but you are comparing with respect to this, so therefore this will form the base year. Okay, So this is P of 96 into 100 by virtue of definition. Okay. So this is equal to P95 by P96. How will we get from here? One option is you can replace P95 or P96 with 118 by 100 into P95. That way you can write. Okay. Or straight away you can take the reciprocal, whichever you find convenient. P95 by 118 by 100 into P95 into 100. You are using equation 1 where P96 can be written as 118 by 100 into P95. Okay. Or straight away you can take the reciprocal of this. Since P95 by P96 is 100 by 118, that also you can write. So what is the value? So the value is coming to P95 will cancel, 100 will go up. So it's becoming 100 by 118 into 100, and the value will come to, I have the answer, let me see, answer will come to 84.75. So this is your first answer. Okay, this is your first answer. Now the second subpart, let us do. Second subpart, what does it say? Index number of subpart 2. Index number for 1997 with respect to 1996. That means we need the value of P97 and with respect to P96. So P96 will come below into 100. So this is equal to P97 by P96. How will we get? Notice P97 is in the numerator, P96 is in the numerator over here. P95 is common in the denominator. So what I'm doing is, I'm doing P97 by P95. Okay. And here I'm writing P96 by P95. Into 100 is kept as it is, so that I can put those values over there. That is below. P97 by P95 means it is 125 by 100 divided by P96 by P95, it's 118 by 100. This 100 is kept as it is, so actually you have 125 divided by 118 into 100, isn't it? You could have done it the other way around. You could have first divided this by this, obtained the value and put it over here. That way also you could have done. So this answer will come to how much? 105.93. So this is your answer. Okay, so this was for a single commodity, single item. That means actually price relatives have been taken into account, and so this is how we will deal with it. That is PC by P0 into 100. Okay. We move on to the next question. Example number 2. Find the index number by method of relatives and method of aggregate for the following data. That means you have to find by both the methods. Method of relatives means which one? Average method, isn't it? If you remember the formulae, price relative method, that one. And method of aggregate is the second method. This is, notice, a group of commodities. So that is why you have both the methods. That is method of price relatives or average method, and the other one is the aggregate method. So base price means what? Price in the base year. Definitely it's in rupees. I did not write the unit. Current price means the price in the current year. Okay. Commodities, what are they? Rice, wheat, pulse and fish. Base year price 35, 30, 40, 107. Current year price 42, 35, 38, 120. So we do it as two subparts. Subpart 1 is method of relatives. Okay, by Method of relatives. What is the method actually? It is average of price relatives, isn't it? Is it actually method of average? It is average of price relatives. That is the method involved. What is the formula there? Formula, let us write it. Index number is supposed to be, notice weights are not given. So it will be simply summation of PR by N. This is the formula. So what will be the table? We need to calculate the price relatives therefore. So the table will be commodity. Can you see? Yes. Table will be commodity. First column as it is. Just we'll write PC and P0 instead of writing it in words. Okay. Commodity. Base price means P0. Current price means PC, and we will calculate PR. PR is what? PC by P0 into 100 for each of the commodities. What are the commodities? Rice, wheat, pulse and fish. Okay. Prices let us copy down. This is 35, 30, 40, 107. PC over here it is 42, 35, 38, 120. So what are the PRs therefore? PRs are, this is PC, this is P0. I'll show the calculation. 42 by 35 into 100. This is 35 by 30 into 100. This is 38 by 40 into 100. And this is 120 by 107 into 100. Okay. So what is it giving me? What are the values therefore? Values are 42 by 35 into 100. That will give you 120. 35 by 30 into 100 will give you 116.66. 38 by 40 into 100 will give you 95. 120 by 107 into 100 will give you 112.17. What do we need? We need summation PR. That means we need sum of this. This is the PR column, and adding up this will give me summation of PR. What does it give me? Add these up. It will be 443.80. Okay. So therefore, what is the IN? IN is equal to 443.80 divided by number of commodities. How many are there? 4 of them divided by 4. So it's 110.95, and this is your first answer. Now there is an interpretation to this which I did not discuss earlier. What are we doing actually under index number? Price in the current year by price in the base year into 100. So I think I'll write that. What is the interpretation over here? What is the meaning of index number? Interpretation. Okay. It means if base year price had been rupees 100, then I'll write it. If base year price had been rupees 100, then price in current year would be 110.95. In other words, you can say that it is more by how much? 10.95%. This will be your interpretation. They didn't ask, but I just wrote it. It comes from unitary method. The basic definition of index number is what? PC by P0 into 100 for a particular commodity. So how did it come about? It came from unitary method. If price in the base year had been P0, then price in the current year, I'll show it here. That is, I should put them on that side. That is, this is not related to this sum as such, but I'm writing it. If price in base year be P0, then price in, you see, now you cannot see, no use writing over here, then I think I will write on top over here. That is, if price, this you will write separately, it has nothing to do with this sum, okay? Okay, if you want you write, you don't want, don't write, that is up to you. If price in base year was was P0, then price in current year is PC. Therefore, when price in base year is 100, or rather 1 unitary method if I apply is 1 rupee, then price in current year is PC by P0. So therefore, when price in base year is 100, it means price in current year is PC by P0 into 100. So this is the basic definition of index number for a single commodity, and from there we got for group of commodities. So basically index number in general represents what would be the price in the current year. This is what? This is index number, isn't it? So this is the price in the current year if the price in the base year has been rupees 100, and that is what I have interpreted over here. Okay. We move on to the second subpart now. Second subpart is method of aggregate. What is the method of aggregate? Aggregate means what? Summation. So I will write subpart 2 after this. Subpart 2 is method of aggregate. Now here we don't have weights, so it will be simply the simple method of aggregate, not the weighted method of aggregate. And according to method of aggregates, what is the formula over there? It is IN is equal to summation of PC by summation of P0 into 100. This is the formula when it is simple. So what will we write therefore? Column to be drawn, very simple, same column. We don't need PRs anymore, so you will write commodity, base year price and current year price, simply this much. And copy down the values, that is rice, wheat. I'm doing it separately, you could have done it in the same table, but just for highlighting the process. 40, 107, this is 42, 35, 38, 120. Summation PC means I have to add up this. Summation P0 means I have to add up this. So what does it come to? Adding up, this is coming to 235, and this value is coming to 212. Okay, so what is the IN therefore? IN is equal to 235 by 212 into 100. So how much is the value coming to? It will come to 110.85. Check and see whether you are getting this or not. Okay, it's 110.85. So therefore, this is how we calculate for method of relatives and method of aggregate when it is a simple data given, that is weights are not given. However, if weights are given, what will we do? Let us do another example, similar type. Next question, example number 3. The first part is the same. Find the index number by method of relatives and method of aggregate for the following data. Commodities are rice, wheat, pulse, fish. One more has been added to the previous question, that is potato. Okay. Base year prices have changed. It's 300. This one is 350. It's looking like 300. This one is 350, 300, 1200, 2000 and 320. Okay, this is the base price. Current year price 450, 320, 1400, 2500, 400. Here weights are given. Weights are 10, 8, 5, 3, 4. Since weights are given, so obviously method of relatives will involve weighted method. Similarly, method of aggregate will involve the weighted aggregate of prices. So method of relatives is the subpart 1. What is the formula? We will write that first. Okay. First is method of relatives. You can say weighted average of price relatives. This is the method actually, and the index number is given by summation of W gets multiplied with the price relatives by summation of W. This is the formula if we are aware of it. So what do we need now? What are the columns? Columns are commodity, and right from this end, commodity as it is, that is rice, wheat, pulse, fish, potato. Base year price is your P0, current year price is your PC. This is 350, 450, 300, 320, 1200, 1400, 2000, 2500, 320, 400. PRs are needed, which is PC by P0 into 100. We calculate that. 450 by 350 into 100. 320 by 300 into 100. 1400 by 1200 into 100. 2500 by 2000 into 100. 400 by 320 into 100. So this is what we have. Calculation let us do. 450 by 350 into 100, that will give you 128.57. 128.57. This will give you 106.67. You can check and see. 116.67. This is 125. You can write 100. This is also 125.00. This is your PR. We are doing weighted method, so we will need a W over there, W column and WPR. Okay. So let us copy down the W column that is given in the question. It is given as W and another column for W into PR. Can you see? Yes, you can see. W values are 10, 8, 5, 3, 4. So WPR will mean multiplication between this and this, isn't it? So 128 into 0.57 into 10. So that gives you 128 5.70. Yes, I hope you can see. The lines are crooked. Anyway. So 106.67 into 8, that gives you 853, check and see, 853.36. Okay, 116.67 into 5, that gives you 583.35. Okay, that is between this and this, between this and this, between this and this, now between this and this. 12500 into 3, that gives you sorry, 125.00, that is 125 into 3, that gives you 375, and 125 into 4 gives you 500. So summation W is needed. We will calculate here. Summation WPR is needed. We will add it up and write it here. Okay. Summation W is how much? If you add up, summation W is coming to 30 over here, 30. And summation WPR, if you add up over there, it is coming to 3597.41. This is what you will get. You can work it out on your own to check. Okay. So what is IN? Therefore, IN is equal to this 3597.41 divided by 30. So your answer is coming to 119.91. This is your answer. Okay. Next, method of aggregates. Instead of relatives, we will do method of aggregate. A, G, G, R, E, G, T. This is also weighted aggregate, not of price relatives, weighted aggregate of prices. We don't involve price relatives over here. This is part 2. Formula, how will it change? It will change to summation WPC by summation WP0 into 100. Okay. So what will be your new table now? You will make a new table. Commodity you will copy as it is. P0 you will copy as it is. PC also you will copy as it is. Here it will change. PR will no longer be there. Okay. And what will you put? WPR will also not be. Okay. So let's shift the W this side. It's looking very clumsy that side. So shifting it this side. So W has been brought alongside. What do we need? We need WPC. W into PC we have to do, and we need its summation. We have to do W into P0 as we need its summation. So next column is WPC and W into P0. These are the next two columns. Okay. It's too narrow. I make it a little broader. WPC, let it be this broad, and WP0, let it be this broad. Okay, so let us fill in. WPC, be careful, 350 into 10. So it's, no sorry, WPC is 450 into 10. So it's come to, I have to write it. I think I'll write that. For the first one, 450 into 10. That gives you 4500. 320 into 8. That gives you 2560. 1400 into 5. That gives you 7000. 2500 into 3 is yours, 75. And 4 into 400, it means 1600. So here you are getting summation WPC equal to. Now WP0, first one I am writing, it's 350 into 10. That means it is 3500. 300 into 8. That means 2400. 1200 into 5. 12 5s is 60. So this is what you have. 2000 into 3. That gives you 6000 again. And 4 into 320, that gives you 1280. I'll write the last one. 320 into 4. And I've written the first one. It is 350 into 10. So that the rest of the columns as it is. Okay. So what is the summation of this? Summation of this, which is summation WP0. Let us calculate. Summation of WPC will come to 23160. And summation of WP0 will come to 19180. You can check and see. So that the index number is 23160 by 19180 into 100. Okay, so this is what we have. Calculation. This will come to, you'll be using your calculators, so 120.75. This is your cost. Okay. So that was simple average, simple aggregate, weighted average and weighted aggregate. We'll come across two more terms, that is consumer price index and cost of living index, where the price relatives most of the time will be given and you have to simply calculate. Okay, so let us do something on that. CPI and CLI. CPI stands for Consumer Price Index, CLI stands for Cost of Living Index. These are used by economists to mostly calculate the salaries and all that. The cost of living, how it has changed over the years. It helps us to decide upon the salary that is going to be given out, and accordingly we need to calculate this. Of course, we'll stick to the only basic idea of what the calculation involves. Okay, we'll not go into details of what is its significance and all that. That is for people who are economists or who are studying economics will see in detail. Okay, how to calculate the consumer price index and cost of living index. Maybe we'll discuss it in a separate article or separate slot, but right now we are mostly concerned with calculating the index numbers. And if you're asked to calculate CPI or CLI, then what will you do? Very simple. For example, if group index is given, I'll set up a question. This is the question given. Calculate the CLI for, CLI is cost of living index. Calculate the CLI for, the table is given as group. Food is a group, definitely, it's not a commodity. Fuel and light, clothing, house rent, miscellaneous. These are the items. Weights for each are given, 45, 10, 15, 16, 14. Group index is given. Why we are saying group index? Because food itself is a group, it's not a commodity as such, isn't it? So for different items under food, individual price relatives have been calculated and the index number has been calculated. That is why for food, the index number that is obtained, it is group index number, and that has been written over here. Similarly for fuel and light, for clothing, for house rent, for miscellaneous. Okay. So what is given over here? W is given, and what else is given? I is also given according to this formula. Group index I is given. So what do we need to do now? Therefore, according to the formula, we have to calculate I into W or WI, whatever, isn't it? W into I is what we have to calculate. So W into I, that means 45 into 250. How much does it give you? 11,250. 10 into 300 is your 3,000. 220 into 15 is going to be 3,300. Then 150 into 16 will be 2400, and this will be 28, so it's 2800. So here you are doing summation Wi is equal to, and here you need summation W, so you add it up. So we'll add it up now. Summation W is how much? 45 plus 10 plus 15 plus 16 plus 14. That gives you 100. And summation of this gives you 22,750. Check and see. So what is the CLI? CLI is equal to summation Wi by summation W. So it's 22750 divided by 100. That means it is simply 227.5. This is your answer. Okay. So this is how we calculate CLI. Okay. If this thing had been given, if the prices had been given, then we would have to calculate for each commodity. The price relatives would have to be calculated, and then we would have to do W into I. For example, this is the question given. Calculate the CPI for 1998 on the basis of 1988 for the following data. Okay. Commodities are A, B, C, D, E. Weights are 40, 25, 5, 20, 10. Price in 1988 and 1998 have been given in columns 16, 40.50, that means 50 paisa, 5.12 to 2 rupees, and this is 20, 60, 50 paisa, 6.25 and 1.50. So if you remember the formula, CPI formula is what? Summation Wi by summation W, where I is supposed to be, I will write that CPI is equal to summation Wi by summation W, where I is supposed to be the group index or the price relatives, depending on whether it's a commodity or whether it is a group of commodities. So here it is mentioned commodity, so I will definitely be the PRs over here. So you will have to make a table of PRs. Okay. So table will be commodity remains as it is. That is, then weights remains as it is, simply W. Price in 1988, so this is your base here P0. Price in 1998, this is your PC. I've used symbols now. Okay. And what else is needed? PRs are needed. PR is P98 by P88 into 100. That will give you your PRs. And finally, this column over here, W into PR or W into I. This is acting as your I. So it will be W into PR. So these are the columns that are needed. So let us draw the columns and fill it up. So we fill up the columns, that is A, B, C, D, E. A, for which weight is 40. P88 is your 16. This is P88. P98 is your 20. So P98 by P0 into 100. That is giving you how much? 20 by 16. So it will cancel and give you 125. Here next is your B. I'm just estimating how much space I will need. D and E. Okay. So this is 25, 5, 20, 10. This is 40. This is 0.50. This is 5.12 and this is 2. This is 20, this is 60, this is 0.50, 6.25, 1.50. Just copying it down. Here it will be between these two, isn't it? 60 by 40 into 100. This will be 0.50 by 0.50 into 100. This will be 6.25 by 5.12 into 100. And this will be 1.50 by 2 into 100. So what are the values? 60 by 40 into 100 will give you 150. This is 1, so it's becoming 100. This is going to be 122 if I'm not wrong. Little more than 122 it will be. I think it will be 122 point how much? 07. 122.07 it will be. And this value will be, this is becoming 10. So it's simply 75. Okay. So these are the PRs. W into PR means what? It will be between this and this. That is this column with this with this with this with this with this. So what are the values? 40 into this is your 500 or 5000. What is it? 125 into 40. 125 into 40. So it's 5000 over here. Then 25 into 150. So that gives you 3750. Then what do we have? 5 into 100. So it's 500. 20 into 122.07. So it will be 2441.4. I think I'll leave it as that. 2441.4, and 75 into 10 is your 750. So what do I need below? I need summation of W and I need summation of WI or WPR, whatever. Okay, so it's coming to how much? 12441.4, if I'm not wrong. Just check and see the value. Okay. Summation W is how much? Summation W is simply, this is going to give you 100. Okay, so this is what we have. Now the calculation, put it, therefore CPI is equal to 12441.4 divided by 100. So you get your answer as 124.41. This is your answer. Okay, basic method is the same, it's just a different term has been used, that's all, nothing else. Okay, this is the next question. Find the weights applied to the commodities B and D. Notice there is a weight gap over here for B and there is a gap over here for D. So this is what you have been asked to find. If the index number for 1999 with respect to 1995 was 1995 as based year, which was based on relatives method, was 182. Okay, index number is 182 and the total weight is 100. Okay, so they are asking you to find the weights that you will apply, that was applied to the commodities B and D, such subject to the condition that the index number in 99 with respect to 1995 was 182. Okay, and such that the total weight was 100. So first of all, it's given in a horizontal way. We have to, you can do it this way also. Relatives method means what? What is the formula? According to formula, price relatives method, if I apply, PR is equal to summation, sorry, index number is equal to summation WPR by summation W, isn't it? So that is the formula. So what do we need? We need PRs over here. So we'll make a column, table we will make, that is commodities, I'm writing in short, COM, A, B, C, D. Weights, W, it is 40, it's not known, let's write X over here, it's 10 over here, Y over here, where you will write below or above, let X be, or X, Y be the weights of B and D respectively. We mentioned that in the beginning itself. So this is your W. Next comes your price in 1995, P95. P95 is your base year, that is P0. And the other one is P99 is your current year, that is PC. PR will be needed, PC by P0 into 100. and right below PC by P0 into 100, and finally you need WPR. So many columns. Okay. So P95, let's fill up as it is given. It's given as 20, 10, 5 and 40. 20 for A, 10 for B, 5 for C, 40 for D. P in 1999 is given as 24, 20, 30, 40. This part is given to you, out of which you know that over here summation of the weights is 100. Okay, this is given. And PRs, what are they? Between this and this, isn't it? I'll mark it like this. So it's 24. Mind you, this part is the heading part. You don't overlap. So it's 24 by 20 into 100. That gives you how much? You can calculate. It gives you 120. 20 by 10 into 100. That gives you 200. 30 by 5 into 100. That is your 600. 40 by 40 into 100. That is your 100 itself. So what do we need next? We need W into PR, because we need summation of that ultimately. Okay. So W into PR means what into what? 40 into 120, isn't it? 40 into 120 is your 4800. Next, X into 200. That means it is simply 200x. 10 into 600. So it is 600, 6,000. Okay, so 10 into 600, you have 6,000. And Y into 100, that is your 100Y. And according to the question, summation WPR is what we have to find, because index number is given. Okay, from where we will get the value of X. So first and foremost, from this given, summation W is 100. Okay, from this equation we will get, let us add up what is W. Actually, what is summation of W from this column? Let us add it up. Okay, so therefore what do we get? Which means 40 plus X plus 10 plus Y is your 100. So in other words, X plus 10, 40 plus 10 is your 50. So X plus Y is becoming 50. Or you can write Y as 50 minus X. So this is one equation that we are getting involving X and Y. Summation WPR, what is given? It is also given that index number for which year? 1999 with respect to 1995 is how much? 182. This is given, which means summation of WPR by summation of W is supposed to be 182, because it's not for a single commodity, it's for a group of commodities. So this grouping formula we will use. In other words, summation of WPR by 100, summation W is 100 given, is 182. Now summation WPR is how much? I'll write it this side. Therefore, summation W into PR is 18200. Substitute. Actually, how much is WPR summation? It is 4800 plus 200x plus 6000 plus 100y, which is 18200. Okay. So what shall we do next? In fact, we can divide throughout by 100, isn't it? Two of the zeros can vanish. It can be reduced. So it's 48 over here. It's 2x over here. It's going to become 60 over here. It's going to become y over here. And it's going to become 182 over here. That is dividing throughout by 100. Or you can say taking 100 common on the left, so that 100 that side can cancel. So what shall we do next? Now let us put y is equal to 50 minus x over here. We have to solve basically these two equations, isn't it? Solving 1 and 2 is what we are going to do next. How will we solve? We have obtained y, so let us put it over here. So it's 48, I hope you can see, yes, 48 plus 2x plus 60 plus 50 minus x is equal to 182. I have put equation number 1. 2x minus x is your x, so no problem with that. So you are getting x, and how much is this? 48, 48 plus 60. 48 plus 60 will give you 108. 108 plus 50, that gives you 158. So it is 158 goes that side, and 182 minus 158. So the value of x is 182 minus 158 is how much? 24. So we are getting one answer. So therefore, how much is y? Y is, from the first equation, 50 minus x, that is 50 minus 24. So y is equal to 50 minus 24 is your 26. These are your answers. Okay. So conclusion will be, therefore, a weight of 24 units is assigned to B and a weight of 26 units is assigned to D. You can write that. If you don't want to write, don't write, doesn't matter. So this is what we have. Okay. So that is all we do under index numbers.